What's going on, guys? It's Boss One here once again, where we do crypto in style. So on this video I wanted to talk about something that I learned as I first got into crypto for a lot of the other newcomers, right? And that is about a lot of these so-called investment programs, or the high yield investment programs. I learned a big lesson from them. You know, I didn't lose too much money. I got burnt by two of them, right? And I didn't lose too much because I was already skeptical from the beginning. And a lot of them, you know, a lot of them have come and gone. You know, I made a little bit of money off of maybe like at least two of them, and then I got taken by two of them. And so I just wanted to talk to some of the newcomers who are getting into crypto, and just give some things to think about and to look out for. You know, one thing I found out was that be careful of a lot of the guys or the people here on YouTube promoting this. Now, from what I've seen within the last few weeks, because so many sites have scammed everybody, that everybody seems to have kind of chilled out on promoting a lot of these high yield investment sites. All right. So I think everybody's kind of learning the lesson that, hey, you know, these things can't be trusted. You know, they're too unpredictable. So that's a good thing, that it seems that a lot of people have kind of chilled out on promoting the high yield investment programs. But just in case you start seeing people come back around and do that, I would recommend that you kind of, I mean, even though these, let's be honest, a lot of these guys tell you to do your own research. By the way, let me say this before I get any further, is that I'm not a financial advisor. The Boss channel, again, is about, you know, my journey in achieving the boss life, and, you know, sharing that with you so that you too can also learn as I learn, and as we grow, you also can grow and learn to achieve the boss life yourself. All right, but I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing my experiences and what I'm doing, and you know, you do the same. You do your own research, and you know, if you see something useful, if you want to use it or try it, that's fine. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. But yeah, as I said about these high yield investment programs, what I learned since the time that I've been into it, and I got into it. I've probably been into it now. What, about 2 months now? Going on 2 months. I got into it maybe 2.5 months, maybe late October. You know, so somewhere around that time. So as I said, you know, when it comes to a lot of the other guys on YouTube, just be careful, because I learned that even though they give a disclaimer, right? They do, let's make that point. They do give a disclaimer. They do tell you to do your own research or whatever. But at the same time, it's kind of like a catch-22, because on the one hand, they're telling you to, you know, to watch out and do your own research, but then they're hyping it up and, you know, and promoting. I mean, they're giving you, a lot of them, you know, have their referrals, their referral link and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like they're saying, hey, do your own research or whatever, but then they're hyping it up and saying, yeah, look, I'm making money, I'm doing good. So, you know, and hey, I think this is stable. You know what I mean? It's gonna last, and all these things like that. And then turns out you see that they didn't know what the hell they were talking about. You know what I mean? So I mean, I didn't really get caught up into it like that. I really, you know, I've been self-employed, and I've seen so many things over the years that I'm always kind of skeptical anyway. You know, I don't fall for that kind of stuff anyway. And that's part of the boss life too. Let's make that clear, that is part of living the boss life, is that you have to make your own decisions, right? You don't want to be easily influenced by a bunch of hype, by people showing you their bank accounts or their wallet accounts and all that. Don't be influenced by that. You still have to keep a level head as a boss, and going to it level-headedly. Don't let any of that, you know, distract you or deceive you into thinking, oh wow, this must be good because this guy's showing me his wallet. And no, don't fall for that. Or this guy, he's all excited and he's hyped about it and he's bragging about how much money he has. Don't fall for any of that. You got to be a boss about investing, okay, with a level head. Okay, you follow the news, you do the research, you know, you do all those kind of things like that. So as I said, it was just funny to see how you know, there was a bunch of videos about a bunch of different platforms, and people are hyping it up, and they're excited, and yeah, I'm making money, and and yeah, I think we can trust it, and it seems stable so far, and you know, sustainable, and all these different things. And then the next day, the thing is gone, and you're like, wow, you can see this guy didn't know what the hell he was talking about. He's hyping it up, you know what I mean? You know, and the thing is gone the next day. So that's one thing to be careful of. But like I said, from what I've seen lately, is that most of the people who are doing that, they seem to have pulled back and chilled out, because I think they realize that it's really just unpredictable. And that's what I learned. I learned that, you know, at first people were saying, hey, you know, get in early, right? First they were saying, get in early, you get your money out, and then, you know, because the longer it lasts, the longer these programs last, the more chance that they do have of scamming you out. Right, so the tactic was, or the technique was, to get in early, get your money, get in when the program first starts, or in the early period that it starts, and then you get your money, and then you have a more likely chance of succeeding. Right, but we found out that that wasn't the case. Right, we found out that that wasn't the case, because like I said, I got caught up. You know, at first that's what we think. We said, okay, you know, you get into a new one, and you get in early. So yeah, on a few of them I got in early and I got out. I got in early, I got my profit, and I was able to get out, right? And then sure enough, sometime later, the site winds up, you know, running away, closing up, scamming out, or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. So that seems to be the strategy. Get in early, you know, get your money, and then you get out of it. But then, and that happened with a couple, you know, but then I got burnt by, like a lot of people did, by Hexabot. I got in around that time when Hexabot and Laser Online was all, you know, was kind of booming at the time. So Laser Online, when I got into crypto, Laser Online was just starting to scam out. And it had been, if somebody had told me about it, you know, maybe a month or so before it scammed out. But I was, you know, I was new to crypto, so I was like, oh, you know, I was already skeptical. So I was like, no, I'm not going to mess with it. I started doing research, and people were saying it was a scam already. So I was like, I'm not going to mess with it, you know, because and like they say, you can only, you know, invest the money you're willing to lose. And I was like, I'm not willing to lose any of my money, so I'm just going to leave it alone. But then, you know, as time went on, Hexabot came along, and that was one of the first that I invested in. That was one of the first that I invested in, and it was a long-term investment. And it seemed like it was good. You know, people were talking to the guy Peter, who was talking to everybody, and so it seemed like it was trustworthy, right? But Hexabot just ran away without a warning at all. From the way Hexabot ran away was they didn't give us any warning signs. It just packed up one day and it was gone. And I was like, wow, you know what I mean? So I lost some money on Hexabot, as did other people. But again, everybody, if you go back and watch the videos, people were bigging Hexabot up like it was the greatest thing ever. Yeah, this is it. You know, this is the one. It seems sustainable, and Peter is talking to people, like, wow, and yeah, and this, and referral links and everything like that. And then the damn thing ran away unexpectedly, you know, and people got jammed up. So all these people who were talking all that hype, you know, they really didn't know what the hell they were talking about. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, I didn't get into it because of these. I did my own. I just, like I said, I ignore all the chatter and I do my own research. But it caught me. I went into it. It was going for a few weeks, and shortly after Thanksgiving, Hexabot dipped out and I lost money. So then there was another one that came along. I didn't say anything to anybody. There was one called Twilight Funds that came along after Hexabot ran. So I was like, hey, I need to make my money back. So let me try this one. So it was early. I looked on YouTube. Nobody was talking about it, and I didn't say anything because, like I said, I already was kind of, you know, I didn't want to put it out there and people get scammed. So I was like, well, it's quiet. Nobody's talking about this thing. It's called Twilight Fund. Like I said, by now, from what I've seen on the HYIP monitor sites, Twilight Funds has already scammed out already. They're not paying anymore. And like I said, it was already back in like late November or early December. Now I got into it late after Thanksgiving, so don't even go looking for it. You know what I mean? But I didn't say anything. I didn't make any videos about it. I didn't promote it, and I did make some money. I think I invested in it about 3 times, and each time I got paid. I invested in it 3 times. I got paid out 3 times, and after the 3rd time, I was like, that's it. I'm not going to do any more, because I had a feeling, you know, like I said, I was just saying, you know, I got it early. I got my money out. I got my investment back, and so I left it at that. But I never promoted it. I never promoted it because, like I said, I didn't want nobody to get into it because of me hyping it up and then they lose money. But I did make money but I left it alone. And then sure enough, you know, maybe it lasted a few weeks, you know. So I was like, so I thought that was the strategy. I was like, okay, you know, you get in, most of them will last, you know, they last some time, and you have a chance to get in and get out. But then after that, I did another program which somebody was hyping up, or talking good about it. It was a site called BTC Shuttle. Now, not too many people talked about it. From what I saw, there was only one YouTuber who talked about it. So it looked kind of good. I said, all right, well, I'm gonna give it a try. I didn't get burnt by it, but it did end very soon. I got into it early. I think I maybe got in on it maybe the third day or something. I invested in it. I did get some money out of it, and then maybe like 2 days after I got my investment out and my profit out, it was gone. So I was like, wow, okay. So I was like, wow, all these sites are scamming out, and it was right before Christmas, right? So they were all scamming out. But that messed up the method, because I was like, okay, get in early, and you have time to, you know, the site usually has some time to go on, but this site only lasted maybe 4 or 5 days. So I was like, okay, wow, okay, so, you know, it was becoming, they were becoming even more unpredictable. But like I said, I got out in time. What came up after? And then after that time, Chain Group went out. Now I didn't go into Chain Group because I didn't really have the capital to, as they say, risk to lose. So I left. I was gonna do it though. I was gonna do it, but Chain Group wound up dipping out, and Chain Group was another one. All these guys had put these long investments in Chain Group, and they were, you know, again, people were giving you the affiliate or referral links for it. And it's sustainable. Again, same language. It's sustainable. It looks good. I'm making profit. I'm about to do this with it. And by this time, my money's going to grow, and it's sustainable. And guys, yeah, you should get into it. You should check it out. And then before you know it, Chain Group dipped out with people's money without a warning sign at all. The only thing that people could see was that I think it was Dragon Group had said they were going to stop taking funds. But the rest of the Chain Group was supposed to keep going on. But Chain Group dipped out with everybody's money. Totally unexpected, caught everybody off guard, and wow. But like I said, I dodged that one, so I didn't mess with Chain Group, all right? But again, I was starting to see that, wow, these things are unpredictable. You know, you really can't, there really is no method. You can't think that, hey, if I get in early, it's going to be there. Or, hey, it's a long-term investment. It's safe because it's long-term. You know, so there was like really no way to tell, you know? And then recently I did another one, and this one got me. So I lost on two. I lost on Hexabot, and there's another one that I just did. It was called Instant Gold. Again, nobody was talking about it, and I didn't say anything about it. I just wanted to try it out. I got in on day one on this one. So again, I was going to go by, okay, well, maybe as long as you get in like at the day one, you're good. Well, no, now I've learned that it doesn't matter. Whether it's long-term, you can't trust it. Whether it's whether you think you're going to get in early, you can't trust it. Whether you're going to get in a few days of it being started, you can't trust it. So this is the one that showed me that you can't trust it no matter what. So on this one, it's called Instant Gold. I got into it about a week ago. I got in on day one, guys. I got in on day one, and they never paid me. Right? I put my investment in from day one. So I was like, okay, this is day one, so I should be good, right? On day one, I put my investment in. They never sent me my return on my profit back, right? It was supposed to be, you know, you make what? It was like 100 and, no, wait, no, I forgot what the percentage was. But basically, I had $120. All right, I put $50 in, and I got $120 profit within. It was really a really short time too. It was like within 2 hours, right? I put $50 in, and within 2 hours, I'm getting 120 back, right? So that's about what, $70 something profit or whatever the case may be. I think, right? So what happened? So, but like I said, but I never got the money. Right? So they scammed me on the first day. So from that point, I was like, okay, you know what? It might be best to just leave these high yield investment programs alone, because you can't trust them. You don't know if you know, it doesn't matter if you get in the first day. They can scam you from the first day. It doesn't matter if you got in within, you know, 2 days of the program being open. You could still lose then. It doesn't matter if it's a long-term investment program that's high yield. You still could lose then. They could just dip out like Chain Group and a few others did, and you still lose your money. You see what I'm saying? So, and I was upset because I was like, wow, even though I didn't invest too much in the ones that I lost in, still the money that I did invest, I could have used that to buy more crypto, right? I could have bought more coins with that, more, you know, more Cardano, more Ripple, more Neo, whatever, you know, all these other altcoins that are looking good. I could have invested in those, but I lost it in these programs. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna just chill with them. I mean, but like I said, there's really no way to tell. You can't really predict which one you can trust. So, but I was like, the money that I lost, I was like, wow, I could have bought more Ripple with that. And because Ripple, I have Ripple now. I have a good amount of Ripple, but I was like, I could have bought more, right? When these programs went out, Ripple was still cheap, right? So Ripple was still, you know, 20 something cents, 25, 26, 27, whatever, 30 cents. But I could have got more Ripple. You know what I mean? So I was kind of pissed off when I looked back and thought about it. I was like, wow, that money that I lost, it would have been better to just invest in some altcoins and make some profit from there. So I just wanted to talk to the new people getting into crypto, just to give you a heads up to watch out. Like I said, I haven't really seen too many people promoting any high yield investment programs at the moment. But if you do see it, just be careful. Okay, just be careful. Think twice. Do your research. But like I said, even if you do your research, you still can't trust them, guys. So it might be best to just, and again, this is not financial advice. This is what I'm going to do. It's just best, what I see is just to invest in some of the altcoins. You know, do your research on the coins that are looking good, that are growing, that are moving, have a good platform, you know, offering a good service. They're usable, meaning they can be used in the real world. There are some coins that are making deals with vendors and businesses where you can actually use their coins to buy things in the real world, stuff like that. So look for stuff like that. Check out the ICOs, you know, the initial coin offerings. See if you can get in on those early and make some money. To me, that seems safer and more profitable than, you know, taking a chance on these high yield investment programs and then losing your money. You know what I mean? Because I mean, they say, you know, yeah, you know, only invest what you're willing to lose, but you know, I'm not willing to lose anything. You know, I'm willing to take the risk, sure, but you know, not where the potential is greater to lose. And with a lot of these high yield investment programs, the potential to lose is greater than as if you went into a, you know, more legit investment. You know what I'm saying? So yes, investments you have the potential to lose, but with these high yield investment programs, it's a higher chance of you losing your investment. You know what I'm saying? So just some advice on that, guys. Just be careful out there. Again, avoid the hype. Don't get caught up in all the hype of the people showing you their accounts and how much money they have and how big their coins are. They're going buying things and all that. Don't fall for that. Like I said, be a boss about your decisions, and you do it with a level head. Don't be distracted and deceived by all of that. Be a boss about it. Okay? So you know, happy investing. And like I said, check out my channel on a regular basis. We are the Boss Channel, how you can achieve the boss life with crypto. And as I said, we do it in style. All right? We do crypto in style. All right? You guys have a good night, and I look forward to seeing you again.